Desmond Watson is a fascinating prospect. He weighed 464 pounds at the Florida Pro Day. I saw Rick Stroud of the Tampa Bay Times point out that he was at 470 when he showed up in Tampa as an undrafted free agent. He participated in the offseason program. They put him on the non-football injury/illness list at the start of training camp because they wanted him to lose weight. They didn't want to have another Corey Stringer situation. Sure. Corey Stringer, the Vikings tackle, who died of complications from heat stroke in late July, early August of 2001, and they had milestones for him to hit, and he just never got there.
Right.
So you get to a point where the season's approaching. What are you going to do? You're going to put him on NFI going into the season because he hasn't been able to do what you need him to do, or you're just going to move on? And at some point, it sounds harsh, but the reality is this. If you're not fast enough, if you're not strong enough, if you're not big enough, if you're not skilled enough, you're not going to get a spot on an NFL team. And if you are unable for whatever reason, and it may be a psychological issue, it may be an illness, but if you're unable to get your weight to where it needs to be, there's a point where they can't keep you around. It's no different than the guy that can't stay healthy. We can't get you on the field.
Right.
At some point, it just has to end.
Yeah, it does. You got to show progress and the ability to do things the right way to make the coaching staff and the organization feel comfortable for you. Right? There's a lot of guys that are struggling with weight in the NFL. They are. I think people would be shocked to know how many guys are on basically a weight loss program the whole year, right? I think everybody thinks football, they're just like, all they do is eat and lift weights. And I'm like, no, I would say like 55% of the locker room is watching what they eat and trying to stay under a certain weight. Friday morning practice, Saturday morning, that's when all the big guys get weighed in to make sure they make their weight limit. If they don't, they get fined or something else happens. So it can be a struggle at times. And yeah, they had an overweight guy here where I'm sure they did a physical and were like, oh, this is a little dicey. Maybe there's some other things there at play too. And they want him to get down to a number. He didn't get to it. And that's it. And they got to move on with what they got to do in life down there in Tampa Bay.
His agent told the AP after the decision to release Desmond Watson that he's still working. He's not done yet. And we wish him well. He's talented. Yeah. And it's a great story, and it would be a great story that would inspire others because weight is a challenging issue for a lot of people. And the fact that the weight loss drugs that are out there work so well, it just shows you that there is something that activates that appetite that cannot be turned off. And people, I'm not making excuses for people. I'm just saying this is just a reality. It's a reality. It is a complicated mixture of hormones and brain and just life and just whether it's a little depression, a little boredom, a little whatever, it's just there. Hell, there was a time where I just couldn't buy. I'm at the point now where I can have a basket of candy in my office and not touch it until I tell myself I can have some. There was a time where if I had a bowl of candy, it'd be gone by noon. Yeah. I couldn't stop. Sure. So I can relate. It's hard. It's hard. Once you get started, it's hard to stop.
Don't live to eat.
Just like when we start talking about football.
Right.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.